an uncrossing candle spell. I'm not actually going to be doing the spell, but I am going to kind of show you what it is that you're going to be doing. You're going to need a black candle. This is just a chime candle. You could use any black candle that you have. You're going to need some dragon's blood incense, some uncrossing oil. I do have my own recipe of this in my book that will be in the description box below. You're going to need some black salt and some frankincense. If you do not have the resin, you can use the essential oil or the incense. It's up to you. But what I would do is, if you're going to use the frankincense incense, I would let that burn ahead of time, collect the ash, and use that as my correspondence for frankincense. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by cleansing everything, your space, however it is that you do that. And then we're going to light our dragon's blood incense. So uncrossing is going to take away any negative things that are attached to you. It's going to remove all negativity, anything that may be lingering on your person, in your person, around you, or in your space. So it's going to remove all of that. So that's what an uncrossing does. So like I said, we're going to light our dragon's blood incense, and that is going to protect our space while we're doing this uncrossing. You're going to take your black candle and you're going to write uncross, and then you're going to put the name of the person, and you could either you could use whatever phrase you want, but you want to have uncross and the name of the person. You could say uncross John Doe's life, uncross John Doe's job, things like that, if you have specific things that you really need to be uncrossing. But for an uncrossing, it's normally a general whole life thing. So when I'm doing it, I write uncross John Doe's life is normally what I write. Or you could just write uncross John Doe as an example. And then you're going to repeat that all the way around the candle until you have no more space. So when there's no more space, then you're done. But you want to have the complete phrase throughout the whole circumference of the candle. So, and then we're going to take our uncrossing oil. You can find this anywhere. Like I said, I do have a recipe for it in my book. If you're interested in that, it is linked in the description below. But you're going to take your uncrossing oil and you're going to anoint your candle with it. As you guys know, I don't normally do directions, but if you do, I believe it's from bottom to top away from you, if I remember right. But I normally anoint my candles by activating the energies in it, just by rolling it. I put the oil in my hand and I roll the candle in it, and that is how I anoint my candles. Because I feel that the energy is way more potent doing it that way than doing directions. It just doesn't, it never vibed with me, so I never did that, and I developed this technique of just, really awakening the energies of the candle and the oil as I am anointing it. So after you do that, you're going to put it in your candle holder. I don't have a spare candle holder right now, but you're going to place it in your candle holder. If you're using like a chime candle, you have to have a specific candle holder for it. If you don't have one, you can melt the bottom and then adhere it to a plate or a larger candle holder. I normally use plates for everything, so you're going to somehow attach it to whatever your candle holder is, and then you're going to take your frankincense and you're going to sprinkle it around that candle. You're going to take your black salt and you're going to sprinkle it around that candle, and then we are going to get ready to push our intention into it and light it. So you want to really spend some time with this candle, because this is a really important working. If you feel like you need this, you need to spend an ample amount of time trying to remove all of this negativity from your life, or whoever's life it is that you're working it for. So go ahead and light the candle, and then you're going to push the intention in for uncrossing such and such is life. Uncross all of their finances, uncross all of their life, uncross their family life, their friendships, their love life, things like that. You're going to just go through every aspect of life and say, I uncross John Doe's financial life, or something similar to that. And then you're going to let this candle burn all the way out. It's best if you can do this where it can burn all at once. If you can't, definitely snuff it. Don't blow it out. However you do your things. But I definitely feel like snuffing it is better than blowing the energies away. It's just how I was taught. And then you'll come back to it when you are able to spend more time with it. But every time you relight it, you need to push that intention into the candle again. So if you started this and then you had to go pick up your kid from school. So when you come back to relight it, you need to go ahead and start all over again by pushing all of that intention into this candle. And you're going to keep doing that until the candle is completely gone. And then you will dispose of this, the remains from this working, somewhere out of your home. Like me, I don't really have places that I can go and dispose of things that are away from my home. So what I do is I dispose of it in the garbage can that is outside my home. So, you add your house garbage to a garbage can every single week, and that gets picked up from the garbage man. So that's what I do, is I will release all of the energy from that working, and then I will go dispose of it in that garbage, because throwing something in the garbage is a very final act. You're saying, I'm done with this, it's going away, it's going to go to the landfill, and I'm never going to see it again. So that's kind of how I view things, because I don't really have a way of going and dropping it or burying it at a crossroads or something like that. I just don't have those things here, or the availability, or really the desire to do that. When I do my workings, I want to get it done, and I want to get it moving as quickly as possible. So I feel like throwing anything in the garbage is that final nail in the coffin that says this is finished. So I am perfectly fine with doing that. I would not throw it in the garbage in my home. For a working like this, I wouldn't. If it's like a prosperity or working or something and I'm done with it then I'll throw it away in my home. But if it's something that's removing, banishing, or something that's more on the, I don't want to say darker side, but hexing, cursing, stuff like that, I would definitely not be disposing any of that remains in my home. I would be doing it outside. So I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that this made sense. It's a really simple spell, but it's very powerful. And if you feel like your things just aren't going right, and nothing is working out, you kind of feel like you're stuck, uncrossings are really a good way to remove any negativity, anything that may be lingering and kind of stopping things from moving forward in your life. And uncrossing is really great for that. So like I said, I hope you guys like this, and I'll see you next time.